My first guru was my forest. My first thing which really fascinated me, okay, it was not mother, father, school, nothing. But I remember when I was a kid and I went to the jungle, to the forest. Okay, and it fascinated me so much I can't tell you. Okay, so I would say please take your children when they are small to the forest. To India has beautiful reserve forests, and let them see for themselves, how adventurous a forest is. Let them have bath in the river. So we were like freaking out in the forest. Sometimes me and my sister Bharti, I remember, once we were very small, so they never used to take it out for the shoot and things like that, right? When they used to go. So what we would do, we would wear our shorts and go and jump in one small river there. And sometimes we would spend the whole day in the river, and playing with stones and finding out this and doing dhamal there. Okay, and by the time you would return, our skin was all white, and like if you put a child in the water for 4 or 5 hours, what happens? It all becomes white and all that, and we couldn't care less, So we were doing all those things. Then I was very good in climbing trees and things like that, and I was very fascinated with birds, wild animals, and now why I am saying that forest and my spirituality is connected. I still live here in Lighthouse. It's just opposite a forest. You can show them this. Okay, this is Rajaji National Park. Show that side. Ganga is flowing. Show the mountains. So this is the beginning of the Himalayas. That white sand and that side you see, this is Gangaji. It is dry, and behind that is another Ganga which is flowing. Okay. And this is, what is the name of this mountain?
Shivalik Hills.
Shivalik Hills. This is the Rajaji National Park. We have leopards, elephants, deer, sambar, all kind of animals here. Okay, so this, what you saw just now, this is facing my house and lighthouse. Okay, so when you come to lighthouse, you will be facing the forest and Shivalik Hills and Ganga. Gangaji here, it's unique, breaks into 3 streams. Okay, and I think aerially, if you see it, it looks like Trishul. Okay, and she makes a curve here, like a C, so you can call it a half moon or whatever, and I think it's very interesting. In front of my lighthouse, we have a water pool, which is where the water is coming out from the ground. Okay, in Hindi we call it Uggal. And I have these 2 trees in front. You can show both these trees. Yeah. Okay. So these 2 trees, the name of the tree is Arjun tree. So I say Krishna is living here, and there are 2 Arjuns here to take care of us. Arjun is used for heart disease. The chal of Arjun, if you make a powder of it and have it, is very good for your heart. Okay, so then this forest thing, I have had a long life affair with forests of all kind, and seeing tigers, leopards, and all kind of wild animals, and Uh, very early in 60s and all, we were going for shikar. My father-in-law used to do shikar, which unfortunately, we were also trained to do, but I stopped it when we grew up, and then we started taking pictures and having picnic and just seeing wild animals and that's what you must do. You should not hurt them or disturb them at all. Well, so I think what really intrigues me about a forest is the silence. You hear of silence by enlightened teachers and X, Y, and Z. You come to Lighthouse, I'll take you to the heart of the forest. You can hear with your ears the silence. It's a raining silence. Okay? I think you have experienced, right?
Yeah,
When
right.
we go down. So you can hear the silence. Okay? Another very interesting thing is when I was in the ninth, I made a film with my friend Mehfooz and a group of other 4-5 people, and it was called Silent Shouts. Okay,
Very
and
unique name.
तो हम लोग इन हिंदी में से सन्नाटा जो है वो चीखता है, Silent Shouts. ठीक है? So we made a film, a story on which we called Silent Shouts. Imagine some ninth standard children making a film and calling it Silent Shouts. It's a very, it's a. I was quite amazed when I saw it now that we could think that much. Then that anyway. So silence, forest, trees, nature, jungle, wildlife, freedom. Okay, observing. I learned to observe in a forest. In a forest, your father, your mother, your teacher, your books, they cannot observe for you. You have to see every step, everything. Suppose you are sitting at night, okay, to, to see that if a leopard comes or something, animal comes, everything, every moment you have to listen, you have to see, okay. So one meditation which we teach in Lighthouse is listening and seeing. Okay, in a city, in a town, children, people, adults have lost the capacity to listen and see. This is the most fundamental thing. Okay, we listen to what we want and we see what we want. No, that is not observation. Okay, observation is to see a plant, to see that a part of the plant is dry, to see all the details, to see the color, like in front of my lighthouse, we have this green grass. It's not just one green, there are hundreds of types of greens here. Okay, to see all those shades, to see all the details, to see the big picture and to focus and to see the small things, to by seeing and by listening, okay, we are connected to the universe and to the things around us. To have a relationship with a person or a human being or a dog or an animal or anything, you must see, you must look, you must listen. Okay, so therefore, what we have learned is too much of talking now and no attention. And see, one is to just glance at a thing, and one is to look at a thing. For example, right now, I am looking at you. And I am listening to all the sounds. So, which means if you are trained very early, and this is the training that I got from a forest without a guru. My first guru was my forest. Why? Because I learned the art of listening quietly, and for how long? Normally, on a treetop or in a hidden place, we were, oh, you know what time we used to go and sit there? We were sitting there at say 4, 5:30 or 5 like evening when there was light. And then we were getting up from that place at 5 o'clock in the morning, 12 hours. Okay, in 12 hours, there is no eating, there is no any doing anything, just sitting, seeing and listening. At the most, sometimes you can take a sip of water. That too very carefully, not to make any sound. Okay, so therefore, uh, in Hinduism, we have these 4 stages of life, and one of them is Vanaprasth. Vanaprasth means living in the forest, right? So, if you are a city person and a town person, and if you have not been to the Himalayas and to all the beautiful jungles in Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, South, there are forests everywhere in India, right? Please go and experience a 5 day or a 7 day, and uh, like don't keep shooting films, and that, because again your mind is all the time occupied. Just be there with the forest, right? What you will learn and what you will not learn and how much fun you will have, I won't tell you that. You please go and try it for yourself. I can only tell you, I have introduced 10 or 15 people to the forest, and it's been 40 years and they still are going to the forest.
Okay.
Okay, and they have derived so much joy, so much knowledge, so much peace, so much health, so much everything from the forest, that there is nothing that I can't even put it down in words. Okay, so it's like a mine, a mine of knowledge, wisdom, health, everything. The forest is, which we people are slowly learning not to use, not to be friendly to. Kindly subscribe and share our videos.